Okay, we were at orientation meetings. Okay, orientation meetings. Okay, am I audible? You are able to listen me, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Orientation meeting. Okay, the orientation meetings are normally conducted when your drug proving is completed. Okay, and after that they have a discussion. Okay, what we have changed, what we have to do. Okay, many things are there. Okay, what like result is there, what protocol we can change. Okay, next time what we can do new. Okay, like that. This is like a orientation meeting. Okay, discussion meeting. Okay, the orientation meetings are arranged as a commencement of the proving. Okay, means when these provings are there. Okay, after that these uh, meetings are conducted. Okay, the aim of the orientation meeting is to explain the importance and the conduct of the proving process in detail to the prover and to supervise and to stress to all the participants the depth of observation needed. Okay, means what is the depth means seriousness of observation and all the seriousness of drug proving, everything should be understood like that. Okay, each prover and each supervisor should be given a thorough written. Okay, through written briefing in the forms of a instruction letter. They should study it carefully and familiarize themselves with the details. Any queries regarding the nature, process, okay, outcomes, complications, etc., should be cleared at the onset. Okay, this orientation meeting actually it you can tell this also like a discussion or like a training meeting. Okay, yeah, what things may happen and what things may not happen, everything they discuss. Okay, means it is just like a clarification. Okay, everything should be cleared. Okay, then on okay, then they should detail up the queries regarding the nature, process, outcome, complication, etc., should be cleaned at the onset so that the participants are without any uh, perceived bias or prejudiced. Okay, bias means just missed any type of wrong thing or mistake, and prejudice means already what is happening that should be. Okay, means you are not just using your intellectual or mind. Okay, the day book are also provided to the prover for the recording of the proving. Okay, already we have talked about the day book. Okay, day book, just this word you remember. Okay, this is provided to the prover to write all the details of their experiences. Okay, so be careful about the day book. Okay, next we will see the nature of the trial. Okay, and which type of trial is there. Okay, normally if you have heard in like news channels or like in newspaper or in research papers, okay, about the clinical trials. Okay, now clinical trials are done on the which type of person, healthy or like diseased person. Clinical trial, any clue, any idea you have?
A healthy person, sir.
Clinical trials are done in diseased persons. Okay, drug proving is done on healthy person. Okay, clinical trial is different thing. In allopathic system, Ayurveda system,
Yeah,
they do
okay,
the
okay.
clinical trial. Okay, but in homeopathy we do the drug proving. Okay, this drug proving word is a like you can tell as a patent of homeopathy. Okay, means in other system they are not using. Okay, so clinical trials are done on the deceased person. Okay, now, okay, in homeopathy also many clinical trials are done in like Safdarjung Hospital or AIMS or many hospital. Now, if you are doing drug proving, okay, on healthy persons, clinical trials, okay, clinical trial you are doing on deceased person. Okay, now suppose you have two group, A group and B group. Okay, A group you are giving your homeopathic medicine, and B group what you are giving. B group, if you will give placebo, what will happen? The patient may die or the patient may be get complicated because already that particular person is in the state of disease. You're understanding or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like two groups are there. A group is like a person to whom you are giving homeopathic medicines. Okay, and B group you are giving placebo. Now problem is there. Suppose both persons are A and B, both are with same disease. Suppose they are all are with COVID-19. Okay, all the groups are with COVID. One group you are giving homeopathic medicine, A group, B you are giving placebo. What will happen? B group may deteriorate. Okay, there may be complication in the disease. Okay, that's why what happened in cases of clinical trial, what we do, like in what clinical trials are done with the homeopathic medicines in allopathic hospitals. Okay, big hospitals, what happened, their traditional treatments are given. Okay, traditional means A and B group both will get their allopathic normal treatment, what is the normal protocol of treatment. Okay, but there these are divided in two groups. A group will get with that traditional or that the what prescription is provided, okay, by the allopathic consultant, that medicine and plus homeopathic medicine. Other group will get their allopathic medicine plus homeopathic medicine. Okay, so now it is just seen or observed ki who will recover fast. Okay, who will recover fast. Okay, these things are done in cases of dengue also, malaria also. Okay, so like if persons who are recovered fast with A group, means homeopathic medicines are acting in that particular disease. Okay, if B groups are recovering fast, then homeopathic medicines are not of use in that particular disease. Okay, so like that. Okay, so this clinic, because drug proving you cannot conduct in any diseased person in any hospitals, already they have proper protocol of their treatment. Okay, so this is like a supplementary. Okay, but when you are just conducting your homeopathic treatment in healthy persons, at that time you can purely go for the homeopathic drug and placebo. Okay, because your person is healthy, he is not, he doesn't have any type of disease. Okay, so here we will see the nature of trials. Okay, since 1948, okay, randomized control trial, as randomized word is there, random. Okay, you are picking persons from anywhere. Okay, that is called as random. Okay, so RCT, randomized control trial. Okay, that is called as a RCT. Okay, has become the standard design for the drawing valid conditions on the efficacy of the medicines. Okay, means if you are picking person from different places, okay, it is very good. Okay, because you are not just like, suppose you are doing any clinical trial. Okay, suppose in one district there is 50 villages are there. If you are just doing your experiment with only one village, there is of no use. Okay, but if you are doing your experiment with the 5% from each village, okay, it will be of more useful. Okay, it is of more useful. Okay, so like that, this is called as a randomized. Randomly you are selecting the pupil. Okay, okay, then next, randomized place either in the treatment group or in the placebo groups. The researchers attempt to place pupil with the similar characteristics in equal number in the treatment and placebo groups. This process is helpful for the reducing the biasing. Okay, means biasing means any type of wrong observation or anything. Okay, so just this reduce the biasing on particular medicines. Okay, second part is the double blind trials. Okay, remember this, double blind trials. Okay, double blinding. Okay, double already we discussed, but again remember this double blinding. Double-blind trials refers to the experiment in which neither the experimenter nor the subject, okay, known whether a specific treatment was prescribed on a placebo, a fake medicine that looks or tested like the real homeopathic medicine. Okay, this is the general terms for the placebo. Okay, general or very simple definition: a fake medicine that looks or tests like a real homeopathic medicines. The double-blind modifications is proving trials was suggested by the Drysdale, whereas neither the proving master nor the prover, okay, volunteer know the name of the drugs and its potencies of the drug or the control received by each of the prover. Okay, means who is conducting proving and who is the volunteer, both are not knowing about the particular medicine. Okay, that's why it is called as a double blind method. Okay, normally double blind method is the more accurate way of treatment. Okay, next is the, in India, Authority has adopted Hahnemann's concept of proving of the drugs on healthy human volunteers with modifications based on the Dressel double-blind techniques. The crossover design is followed during the entire course of the proving. Okay, means just we have mixed the uh, Dres- Dresdel's and Hahnemann's method of drug proving. Okay, but basically we are following the Hahnemannian way of drug proving. Okay, then the test drugs as well as the control placebo or similar placebo is coded. The different doses that are received by a single provers are also numbered. The provers are also assigned code numbers. Okay, so this process is there. Okay, provers who have they have code number is there. Okay, and all these things are provided. Just this is revision of previously what we have seen. Okay, next we will see the codings. Okay, some codings are there. Okay, already this you can understand. Okay, this is just like you can tell ki you apply your common sense. The coding should be necessarily be done by the committee that shall not be involved in the direct supervision of the recording of the proving. Blinding also signifies blind assessment assignment of the code. A detailed record of the coding should be maintained that is unlocked after the initial blinding assessment and the termination of the um, actual actual testing of the drug. Okay, then third is the crossover studies. Okay, crossover studies is the double control studies. Okay, this is actually not so much important at first year level. Okay, but this you should know. Okay, because later on, like when you go for PG or when you will be there for any research or you will be the like part of any research, then you should know these things. Okay, so but this is the double control studies. Okay, crossover studies refers to the experiment in which half of the subjects of a study are given a placebo during one phase of the study and then given the active treatment during the second phase, which the also um, other half begins with the active treatment and then they receive the placebo during the second phase. Okay, just this is crossover, like A and B group is there. A group will get treatment, B will be placebo. Okay, in second phase B will get treatment and A will get placebo, like that. Okay, this is called as a crossover. Okay, as double crossover or double control studies or crossover studies. Okay, means just it is crossing. First A you are giving medicine, B placebo, then second time you are giving B medicine and A placebo. Okay, just remember if it will come as a short note. Okay, if it will come. Crossover studies sometimes uh, do not test a placebo and instead compare one type of treatment with the another type of treatment. Okay, means it is like you are just doing a uh, proper judgment. Okay, if anything is wrong or any like wrong observation is there, that can be clarified. Okay, then controlled trial placebo. The use of placebo is aimed at giving a picture of the remedy response separated from the physiological and emotional um, aspects of the doctor patient relationship to exclude the chasma already you understand. Okay, the crossover. Okay, I think this you have studied in the case of chromosome. Okay, chasma chromosome. Okay, crossover of the physician and such factors are expectations, movement and suggestion. A trial can be designed as a controlled only if it includes a method of elimination. The control medicine must be similar preparation that is identified in all other aspects except there is no other original and specific substances to be mixed and potentized with the vehicle. Next is the it would be ideal to triturate or success the placebo doses to remove bias following the potentization of the vehicle. Okay, the next part is the committee. Okay, so just double blind method, single blind method, then we have uh, proving protocols are there. Okay, then we have randomized control trial is there. Okay, so all these things just you have to know. Okay, then day diary is there. Okay, I'm just again and again repeating these terminologies, okay, so that you can remember, okay. Otherwise, like at the exam time, don't tell ki sir where this is, or we have not studied about this, like that. Okay. The committee, it is recommended by a committee of homeopaths and the experts for approving to assist the proving project director. The committee's task should be to select remedy, the different potencies, communicates with the pharmacy and prepare the test doses. To do the primary coding of the test doses, it is randomized fashion. This is known as a blind assessment. Okay, assignment or blind assessment. Okay, so all these things are again same process. Okay, just repetition of the process. Okay, but you have to know ki how to just summarize it and write, because this much pages you cannot write in your exam. Okay, the provings are also coded. This is blinding of the proving and also done in randomized fashion to keep the record of the remedy coding and also prover got with the remedy. The distinguish the remedies and to daybook. The to ensure the double blind principles all along with the proving. Hence, at a given time, the prover master shall be um, unaware of the identity of the given test doses, drugs or placebo, and he shall also be aware of the nature of the doses received by the prover. The supervisor shall um, assign the patient shall also not be prejudiced by the nature of the doses that the prover has. The prover is also unaware of the nature of the doses that is being tested and will be hence results in a pure proving of the test doses along with the effects of the placebo. This is explanatory trials, okay, where each member of the entire team is unaware of the outcomes. Okay, in double blind this is same thing. Okay, means like a member of the committee or member of the proving team, they are not knowing. Okay, then volunteers, they are also not knowing about the process of proving. Okay, then next is uh, the okay the organize the typing and the publications of the proving. Okay, this is the second thing. Okay, after result all these things happen, publication, typing, all these things are there. Okay, to keep a clear account of the proving protocol. Okay, the protocols. Okay, proving protocols. Okay, the rules and regulations of proving. Okay, the process of proving commences with the orientation meeting. Okay, means when orientation meeting is there, okay, you are just explaining everything to your volunteer and the team. Okay, you are clearing their doubts and your proving starts. Okay, next part is instructions regarding the provings are detailed to the prover and to the day book are distributed, means day book or diaries are distributed. Okay, drugs are proved by the prover. Coding files and provers are divided into two groups: receive placebo and other actual drug. Okay, the distinguish between the false and the true symptoms. Okay, the drug is diminished in a doses of 4 to 6 globules 4 times a day. Okay, this depends. Okay, it is not like always dose will be same. Okay, normally 4 to 6 globules. How many times, that depends upon the like who have done literature review or who is the director of that particular proving. Okay, so divided into two groups, so receives placebo and other actual drugs are distinguished between the false and the true symptoms. The drug is administered in the doses of 4 to 6 globules 4 times a day for 14 days. Mother tincture is given 10 to 20 drops, 1 drop per kg body weight. Okay, okay, normally for this is for placebo, for mother tincture. Okay, normally dose of mother tincture is 1 drop per kg body weight normally. Okay, like suppose Cesium jambulinum. Okay, it is good drug for uh, diabetes. Okay, that you know, uh, Cesium jambulinum. Okay, that is in Hindi it is called as jamun. Okay, so these mother tinctures are used to give to the patient of diabetes. Okay, so normally how it is given, 3 times a dose. Okay, 20 drops, 20 drops, 20 drops for 60 kg pupil. Okay, so normally mother tinctures are given in 20 to 20 drops, 1 drop per kg body weight. Okay, normally this is the drop. Okay, remember this, many times you need in your clinical practice. Okay, how much, 1 drop per kg body weight. Okay, 4 times daily for a period of 14 days unless the symptom arises earlier. Okay, if like you feel any type of reverse, there is no any reverse pathology, then you can suddenly stop also. Any type of accidental things are there, you can stop also. Okay, the drugs are proved in ascertaining or descending. Okay, then order of the potencies as stated by the Dunham. Okay, Dunham is one homeopath. Okay, is better to start first with the higher potencies so that the susceptible prover may be known right from the beginning, as they will be give us a finer or more detailed symptoms. Okay, this is just a opinion of Dunham. Okay, I told you earlier also, you have to at first year level you have to follow Dr. Hahnemanian's opinion only. Okay, then if okay, then beginning they will give a finer um, and the more detailed symptoms. If there is no response, then lower potencies or mother tinctures are given. Okay, low potencies or mother tinctures may be employed. Once a prover develops a sign or symptom, administered of the drug is stopped immediately and it not readministered till sign and symptoms persist. Okay, means suddenly when sign and symptom has started, okay, you have to stop your medicine. Okay, otherwise you will get some reverse pathology and it will be a big problem. And you can start, if you want to start again, then you can only start if the previous sign and symptom had just gone. Okay, if there is no response, the lower potencies mother tinctures may be employed. Once a prover develops any sign and symptom, administration of drug is stopped immediately and not re-administered till sign and symptoms persist. Disappearance of sign and symptoms is followed by the washout drug-free period of 7 days, and in case of no recurrence of the sign and symptoms, the drug is re-administered till the completion of one quota. Okay, next quota is administered after a wash period of the 7 days. Okay, wash period is normally it happens in allopathy also. Wash period, you are taking medicine, then after sometimes you are not taking medicine for some time. Okay, at that time you are drinking a lot of water and you are washing everything from your body. Okay, that is called as a wash period. Okay, means there is no any traces of medicine in your body. Okay, because every medicine, every material, everything has some time period in your body. Okay, if you have taken any medicine like Nux vomica and it will go in your body for lifetime, it is not like that. Okay, so just some wash period is there for every medicine. Okay, it may be allopathy, ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani, Siddha. Okay, then recording of the provings. How will you record the proving? Okay, the recording of the proving is most important aspect of the entire proving. Okay, documentation is very much important because that will reach to you or us. Okay, if you will record properly, it will just come in materia medica and that will reach to us. Okay, what symptom appeared, that you have, so recording is very much important. Okay, the recording of the proving of the most important aspect of the entire proving protocol, for it is experience of the prover that the pure homeopathic materia medica is derived. Hence, it is important that observation of the prover has to be recorded in a reticulous details and in a symptomatic way, so as to easy the post proving analysis of the records. Okay, then pro forma layout. Initial Initial medical report pro forma. Okay, initial medical report pro forma, IMRP, initial medical report pro forma is there, as it is nearly impossible nowadays to find perfect healthy prover. A format is designed to minimize recording of any pre-existing pathology symptoms. This is known as a pre-medical examination pro forma, which helps or a pre-trial medical examination of the detail of the physical and clinical examinations, along with the constitution. Both mental, emotional, and physical trials are recorded in the forms. The pre-trials medical examination is conducted by the honorary consultants in the field of the medicine, psychiatry, ophthalmology. Okay, then uh, otorhinolaryngology. Okay, then dermatology, pathology, gynecology in case of females. Okay, all these protocols are there. Okay, means ki proper checking is there. How will you tell ki any person is okay? Just this is a detail of that. Okay, so you can one line you can write like the person should be healthy. Okay, so what actually female provers. Okay, then pathological um, biochemical and serological tests are quoted to the for uh, to perform the facilities corresponding between the subjective and objective changes as far as possible. Okay, prover day book or log book. Okay, it is also called a day book or log book. Okay, so remember if question will come like log book. Okay, please don't confuse. Okay, the proving day book or the log book is properly designed format whether the prover makes the data entries in the chronological order as per the instructions. Each prover is provided with a sufficient number of the pre-designed prover day book pro forma to record all the signs and symptoms subjective and objective might observe during the during the course of the proving. The provers are directed to reprove the proving masters every day and hand over the recorded symptoms data. Guidelines for recording of the symptom. This part is little important. Okay, recording of the symptom. What is the guideline? Okay. Um, adherence Adherences to the protocol, honesty and sincerity are requisite both on the part of investigation and subjects. Okay, so honesty I already told कि honesty is very important. The prover must make the day book entirely at least 3 times a day to prevent each minor memory lapse. Okay, means the person on whom proving is going at least 3 times they have to write morning, afternoon, or like morning, afternoon, or evening or night. Okay, means they have to write. Each entire should record even the slightest deviation from the subjective normal type. Okay, intensity and duration of the symptoms should be carefully recorded. Okay, then possible exceeding causes should be recorded methodologically. Then a detailed record of the order of the appearance of all the symptoms should be made. Duration and the modification characteristics of the symptom together with the commitment should be properly recorded. Recording should be done without bias ideas about the outcome of the proving. Ways of minimizing error. Okay, how you can minimize the error. The subjects are assumed that the information will be treated as a confidential. There should be frequent meeting between the investigation and subjects to record the elaboration and clarification of each symptoms. Okay, so that there will be not much mistakes. Okay, otherwise there will be a lot of mistakes maybe. Okay, responses monitoring pro forma RMP. The proving master should take care ascertaining and recording environment changes, alternation in daily routines, and the lifestyle of the prover. If any is ensured a true and realistic evaluation during the pathogenesis. During the course of the proving master should investigate the provers and record their symptoms, uh, preservations, and recording them with the on observations in respect of the locations and session modalities concomitant. Okay, this is the symptoms. Okay, extensions and duration of each recorded symptoms in the symptom elaborations pro forma during the period of the trials and the clinical laboratory and the radiological investigation, and also to be recorded. Okay, so then post trial medical examinations. Okay, this we will see. Okay, next time. Okay, okay, we can do this. Then examination. After the completion of the examination, the provers are required again a thoroughly physical and clinical examination along with the similar lab investigations and carried out on the time of the pre medical examination and also done. This is known as a post trial medical examination pro forma. Any variation in pre and post trial findings is also to be recorded. Okay, so this is very much important because otherwise how you will know your patient is healthy after trial. Okay, or person on whom you have conducted trial that is healthy. Okay, then post proving protocol we will see next time. Okay, what is the post proving protocols?